for being here. There's a great excitement all over our community, in fact, all over our country, with the news that our Holy Father, Pope Francis, will be visiting our country. He'll be visiting our city. He'll be visiting Washington. And that excitement reflects, I think, the huge popularity he enjoys. He is clearly seen as a person who cares deeply for all of our brothers and sisters, but particularly those in need. He's a great bridge builder, and he invites all of us to see one another as sisters and brothers, to see one another as part of the great human family. His challenge, and I expect that he will renew that challenge when he's here in a very short time, the challenge is to care for one another, to look to the needs of others. And that's one of the reasons why we thought the Archdiocese, together with Catholic Charities and our friends and neighbors in this community, we thought this would be a wonderful time to focus on all of the ways in which we do care for one another. We have a long established tradition of education of the poor, education of the needy, a tradition that goes back many, many years of our social service and Catholic Charities outreach. And then, of course, there is all of the indigent care that's provided by our health care. What we want to do today is use the opportunity of the visit of our Holy Father to invite everyone, to invite all in our community, all who are a part of this great, huge, wonderful Washington metropolitan community, to share the opportunity. To share the opportunity, we're naming it Walk with Francis. To share the opportunity to offer to help others. Very, very shortly, Monsignor Ensler will explain why we're wearing these Walk with Francis wristbands. But the goal is to allow everyone in this community to enter into a way, a visible, tangible way of helping others, so that we can offer that as our gift to the Pope, to say, we've heard you, we want to be of help to others, and we want to make this our gift to you as we walk with you. I believe this is going to be an extraordinary opportunity for all of us to come together, to work together, and to do what the Pope asks us. Keep our focus on those whose needs are greater than ours, those marginalized, those who have so much to offer, but who need our participation with them to help make life as full and as rich for them as it can be. Now, to explain how this is all going to happen, I'm going to turn this over to Monsignor John Ensler, the CEO and President of Catholic Charities, and hope that by the time he's done, every one of you will be eagerly reaching for your pledge card so that you can fill it out and join all of us in this effort. Monsignor?
Good morning. It's great to be here, and I want to begin by thanking Cardinal Wuerl for being here. Cardinal Wuerl has been so supportive of all we do at Catholic Charities, as well as so many others who are here today to take the pledge with us. But Cardinal Wuerl has been here to serve St. Maria's Meals a number of times. He was here last Ash Wednesday to bless our homeless Jesus statue, and it's such a gift to have him here to lead off our effort today to walk with Francis, a pledge we're making on behalf of our Pope. Think about this. The Pope will stand right here 2 months from now, right here. He'll be here with our clients and with our staff and with many of our people who volunteer. He'll bless our work and bless in a particular way the work of Catholic Charities. So it's a great chance for us to celebrate his presence. Now, for me, the Pope's words are spectacular, but his actions are even, for me, better. The way he greets people who are in need, the way he reaches out to those who might have a disfigurement, the way he's able to talk about love and care for other people. That, for me, is what makes him so special. He speaks the talk, he talks the talk, he walks the walk. And for me, that makes him so, so special. So he does so much for so many, but should he have to carry the load alone? How about this? What if we help him carry the load? We're going to do this Walk with Francis pledge. It's pretty simple. There are 4 steps. Here they are. First step is take the pledge by going on www.walkwithfrancis.org. You can learn about it from there. Number 2, share a photo or video of you doing the pledge and share that if you went on social media. You can do that by going on #WalkWithFrancis. Number 3, challenge a friend to do the same thing you're doing or maybe to do something else to prepare for this effort. Number 4, to make sure you complete your pledge. Make sure you don't forget about it. I'm going to do this in honor of those who come. So we hope to have at least 100,000 people locally take this pledge. 100,000 people who will say, I'm going to take this effort to welcome the Pope who's coming to our city to celebrate his presence. Now, there's lots of ways to do this. 3 simple ways we're talking about. One pledge is to say, I'm going to pray/learn before the Pope arrives. Or I'm going to do some service of some sort or another. Or I'm going to do some effort to act on behalf of those in need. So, simple examples. The Pope says so often, would you pray for me? What if you said, my pledge is to pray for the Pope every day from this day forward until he arrives and even after? Wouldn't that be a great? Or learn. I'm going to read the new encyclical about the environment. I'll read that encyclical, actually read it and think about it, reflect on what it means to take care of our good earth. Or serve. It might be in your own community. Maybe in your own neighborhood, you can say, I'm going to serve someone by walking down the street to a neighbor who's maybe homebound. Or maybe with the young people to say, I'm going to basically shovel some snow during the wintertime, whatever. Or it might be in your church or synagogue. Or it might be through an agency like Catholic Charities. But there's lots of ways to serve. At a homeless shelter, working one of our clinics, all kinds of ways to serve. And finally, to act would be to say, can I do something that would help change the circumstances? Do something that might make it easy for someone who needs some help. Actually, to advocate for justice, advocate for peace, to do that. So those 3 things you can think about. Not all 3. Pick out what you want to do and say, I'm going to do one thing and do it well in honor of the Pope. So I can't imagine, basically, a better gift than this. All those who go on social media, all those who take the time to do this effort, post it, and when the Pope is here, Cardinal Wuerl will present to him a book that have all of these posts in it to celebrate the hopefully tens of thousands of people who said, I took the pledge for Francis, I've done my responsibility, I want to present him with a gift to say I'm part of this effort tonight. Already we have today with us a number of people who have taken the pledge, who are going to take the pledge with us. I'd like to introduce, if I can, some people who are here today and ask them when I introduce them if they'd come up and stand around the homeless Jesus statue and in a second hold up their pledge card and we'll have a quick photo op for them. Then I'm going to take the pledge myself. So first of all, Katie Ledecky, Olympic gold medal winner, I would say the best woman swimmer, maybe the best swimmer in the world. She's in Russia right now. Before she left last night, she took the pledge. It's on video. You can get it as part of our announcement today. Also, Mark Turgeon, coach of Maryland, took the pledge to the Maryland Court, Xfinity Center, took the pledge to say, I'm going to do this, and challenged his wife to join him in that pledge. So they aren't here, but there are many others like them who aren't here today who are taking the pledge. But who's here? Can I invite Susan Kennedy to come up? Susan's going to take the pledge. Susan, come up. Susan is with the WJLL reporter, Channel 7. We thank her for being here. Longtime friend of mine. Tim Brandt's here as well. Tim Brandt, sports anchor for years, WJLL 7. We have with us today Mike Bellis. Mike Bellis, the president of United Way in Charles County. He's here. Mike, thanks for coming here today for what's a long trip for you. Ike Leggett's right here. Ike, would you come over? Ike, great supporter of nonprofits, great supporter of those who are working to take care of the poor. Ike, thanks for being here. Is George Leventhal here yet? George is going to come. If George is not here, George is also taking the pledge for us. Is George here? If George is here, George, you come up and stand here with us, if he's here. Also, Greta Cruz is here. Where's Greta? Greta, longtime anchor on WGL TV. Thank you for being here. So we have people from the sports world, people from the publicity world, people from the political world, people from the media world, all coming to begin to take this pledge. It's going to be a great time for us. Introduce 4 other people we can. Ask them to come forward. Barbara Deal, one of our housing program alumni who went from homelessness more than 10 years ago to driving her youngest son to his college orientation this past weekend. Happy to have Barbara here. It's great to have Barbara here. I'd like to invite Mina and Norma, longtime volunteers at our Spanish Catholic Center Food Pantry, taking the pledge this morning by taking a break from volunteering work. Take the pledge. Put you over here if I can, all right, on this side. And finally, Dave Cleveland. Dave Cleveland is a master volunteer. Dave Cleveland's been volunteer for 17 years in our Immigration Legal Service program. By the way, that's 40 hours a week, 17 years volunteering. People think he's a full-time employee. He's not. At least I don't pay him. He's one of the most dedicated family members we have. David, thanks for all you do. So basically, everybody's gathered around. If you can, let's just give them a hand if you can. If you all have your pledge cards, if you would be willing to take them out and make it a picture.